Have you ever wondered how online stores seem to know exactly what you want to buy next? Or how Netflix just nails that movie recommendation you were destined to love? Well, the answer lies in this really fascinating field called data mining. It's all about finding those hidden gems in a massive sea of information. So, in our journey today, we're going to demystify the world of data mining. We'll start with the absolute basics. What is it really? We'll look at the pros and cons, then walk through the 5-step process that experts use, check out a few key techniques, and finally, see how it's all being used in the real world, shaping our lives every single day. All right, let's kick off our journey. First things first, just to make sure we're all on the same page, we need a clear definition. What exactly is data mining? At its core, data mining, which you might also hear called knowledge discovery in databases, is basically the process of using a high-tech magnifying glass to sift through enormous data sets, looking for trends and patterns. Now, this process really has two main goals. One, to describe what's already happened, and two, to predict what might happen in the future, usually with the help of powerful machine learning algorithms. Now, it's really important to distinguish data mining from some similar sounding terms. Think of data mining as the big umbrella. Underneath it, you've got text mining, which specifically deals with text-based data like emails or social media comments. Then there's process mining, which is a whole field dedicated to analyzing event logs from a company's systems, like a CRM, to understand and streamline their actual business processes. Of course, like any powerful tool, data mining is a bit of a double-edged sword. It offers some incredible benefits, but also comes with some pretty significant challenges. So let's break down both sides of the coin. On the plus side, data mining lets organizations see the forest for the trees. In other words, it helps uncover those deep insights that you just can't spot with the naked eye. This can lead to huge cost savings by pointing out exactly where things are inefficient. And it's an incredibly versatile tool that can be used everywhere, from marketing and finance to supply chain management. But it's not always a walk in the park. Data mining demands really high-quality input data, and you need experts who know their way around coding languages like Python or R. The cost of just gathering these huge data sets can be a major hurdle. And there's always a risk. If your data is flawed or your analysis is off, you could end up making some seriously wrong business decisions. This slide is a brilliant illustration of one of the biggest traps. This quote is a classic example of what's called data dredging, or finding meaningless patterns. Just because Amazon's stock price seems to move in sync with the number of babies named Stevie doesn't mean one causes the other. It's a critical lesson for anyone working with data. Correlation does not equal causation. So how do data scientists actually go about this methodically to avoid pitfalls like that? Well, the answer is they follow a very structured process. This process usually involves 5 key steps. It all kicks off with step 1, clearly defining the goal. What problem are you trying to solve? Then, experts select the right data. Step 3 is data preparation, cleaning it all up. Honestly, this is often the most time-consuming part. Next, they build models and start the actual mining. Finally, in step 5, the results are evaluated and the new knowledge is deployed to make smarter business decisions. So, in that crucial model-building step, what kind of tools are data scientists actually using? Well, they have a whole toolkit of different techniques. Let's take a look at a few of the most popular ones. What's really cool here is that each technique solves a different kind of problem. Association rules, like market basket analysis, help a supermarket figure out what products are often bought together. Classification helps sort data into predefined groups, like sorting emails into spam and not spam. Clustering, on the other hand, finds natural groupings on its own based on similarity, helping you discover customer segments you never knew you had. And finally, regression is used to predict a specific number, like next quarter's sales figures. Okay, now for the most exciting part. How does all this theory actually play out in our everyday lives? The short answer is, data mining is everywhere. The finance industry uses it to spot suspicious credit card transactions. Retail uses it to understand why customers abandon their shopping carts. In healthcare, it helps predict disease risks based on patient records. Marketers use it to make sure you see the right ads, and manufacturers use it to optimize their production lines. The key takeaway here is that all of these applications are directly affecting your life, even when you don't realize it. The next time you get a fraud alert from your bank, that's anomaly detection at work. Those personalized ads you see, that's the result of market targeting. Companies even use this to forecast product demand, making sure the item you want is always on the shelf. So we've covered a lot of ground.
If there's one thing you should remember from all this, it's this. Data mining is the process that turns raw, seemingly meaningless numbers and text into actionable insights that help us all make smarter decisions. People often say that data is the new oil. As we get better and better at extracting and refining this resource, the question isn't just what can we do with it, but what should we do next? Thanks for watching.